What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about Heart and Hustle Houston. And this is episode 8, titled The Secret is Out. Okay. And the secret that we learned is Elena and her husband got a little broke off of some investments that he made. So we're going to get into that shortly. But first, I want to talk about what we have going on the channel right now. For the last this weekend, I attended a wedding, so I had the time of my life. Your girl has been tired, so a girl is tired and a girl is me. So I'm catching up on all the shows, all the things. We will have a live on Zatima, okay? I will, with everything I have going on today, I will still do that. I literally have 5 juice orders to ship out. Um, Orders from last week are going to ship out as well tomorrow. So we got a lot going on. Shout out to healisticthings.com. If you want to start getting healthy, you want to get you some sea moss gel, some healthy tea blends with herbs, natural herbs, juices, things like that, go ahead, place your order on my website now. Link is in the description as well of this video. But anyway, Heart and Hustle Houston. This is the finale of the season. Okay, that's what the people are saying. They say that this is the finale. So I am wondering, with the performance of this show, if we will be getting a season 2. Um, as we talked about in my last video, we're going to get started at about the 6-7 minute mark, y'all. So, and I will mark it as intro versus the actual review, so we can get right into the things. But let's just give some time for some people to come in. Um, this show, I love it. I think that it's very refreshing to have successful women that are driven. It's not too much drama. If there is drama, they can resolve their issues sooner than later. I just love that this show is not entrenched with so much drama that is overkill. I love that about this show. And but what I love about the show is probably what's going to hinder it from continuing to push forward. You know, people love so much drama these days, and it's disheartening, to say the least. It's disheartening for people to love so much drama. But I'm hoping that trends are changing, where people are like, listen, drama is cool. It's okay to have it in smaller doses. And I think that this show provides just enough drama where it's like, it's enough to keep you interested, but a lot to help you learn from them in the how the show is going. All of these women have different things going for themselves. You know, Elena is taking a huge life shift that she's going forward with her husband, not knowing what she wants to do with the relationship. But y'all might be surprised how I feel about this whole thing with her husband. I'm just going to tell y'all right now, I don't think it's nothing that we need to be talking about sleeping in separate rooms and getting no damn divorce. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay. But we'll talk about that. It's at the beginning of this show, so that we'll probably start there. Um, Latoria totally shifting her business. I hope that works out for her. Apparently, they showed in the credits at the end of the show that I think she's pulled out of the restaurant deal that she had. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. You know, she's like fully placing herself in the midst of her new endeavors. I hope that works out. Ro is still doing restaurant consulting, but a young lady was in my chat the other day when I did my Heart and Hustle review for the last few episodes, and she said that Ro actually has her own restaurant now. So hopefully that's something that we'll get to see on a potential season 2. We learned that Munira, I think everything's still going well with her husband and her kids and her mom and whatnot. Everybody getting along. She's still doing her social media stuff. So kudos to her. Chloe is still dating the younger guy. They're talking about marriage, and she still hasn't introduced him to her son, which I think is interesting. So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. The ladies have a lot going on. And then we have Labrina, which I think she sold her house, and now she bought a house on 30 acres versus, I guess, the 5 that they had. So people doing big things on this show. Let's chat with the people in the chat. My Cancer sister is here. She said, "Hey, my Cancer sis, what's up? What's up, Brittany Janae? Brittany Janae is also one of my members, and we love her around here." Okay. My girl D Herfer is here. Okay, she says, "Hi Shay, what's up, D? Listen, D is my sister friend. Okay, she's also one of my members, and I love her as well. Okay, I love everybody, but you know these people is close to my heart." Laquanda Govon says, "Good afternoon, everyone. What's up, Laquanda? Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your presence in the place to be. Okay, so y'all, we are at 6:51, 7 minutes. Let's just get on and get started. All right. So the episode starts off where Elena and Josh are still in therapy. Okay. So after 8 whole episodes, we find out it's not cheating for her or him. It ain't, it's nothing but the fact that he made some bad investments with their money. They had to move out of their house. They had to downsize their life because he is feeling, let me just say this, because I don't want this to come off like I'm blaming her, because I'm not. The bottom line is, women, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure placed on men, okay? Let me read this before I get into my whole soliloquy. What D say? D say, "I'm going to have to duck out to attend a party on a Sunday evening." Oh, I know that's right, D. You better go on and do the things and wear the dresses and the clothes and have the fun. All right, that's all right. The replay will always be there. We appreciate you popping on in, sis. Um, Here's the thing. Men in this society, they are pressured to not be soft. They have to be strong. They have to be the provider. They have to do all the things, right? And it's difficult a lot of times where men have to be the back burner of a successful woman. Okay. Elena is very talented and successful in her own right. She does beautiful makeup. I love that for her. Elena is extremely talented in her craft. What D say? She said, "I don't want to go." Oh, D. That's okay. You know what? You just shake a tail feather for us, okay? Shake a tail feather for us. But and I will say this. I've seen the makeup that Elena does, flawless. I actually had the pleasure of, I told you I went to a wedding on Friday. One of my good girlfriends. She's younger than me. I'm 40. She's 34. So I call her my little sister. I was so proud of her. She got married. They are just like the perfect pair. So I wanted to like really look my best for this wedding. So I did my hair. I had a makeup artist come to my house to do me and my sister's makeup. We looked good. Okay. If y'all go on my page, Shay Renee Health and Wellness, you'll see my outfit and all that good stuff. So yeah, we had a time. And I think some of the videos are still going in my story if they haven't come down yet. But we had an amazing, amazing time. But where was I going with that? I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, makeup, because of Elena. So Elena does really, really good makeup. She's very talented. She's doing makeup for the stars. She's watching all these people with money around her. She feels like she has arrived at this point. Her business is doing well. She had a whole, I wish there was a place, kind of like a hair salon, where you could be a walk in and go and get your makeup done. Like instead of having to go to the MAC counter or one of the counters in the mall, I would love to have an experience where I can go to a place where they specialize just in makeup, where I can just go get my makeup done for any occasion. I think that was an amazing idea that they had. But instead of her husband leaning on her credentials and understanding, he felt less than. And and here's the part where I don't want y'all to think I'm blaming Elena. Elena doesn't know how to communicate her emotions well. Her first reaction is to pounce and be angry and be condescending and be passive aggressive. We've seen her do it with Munira several times. Okay. We've seen her look at Munira as, oh, she's smaller than me. She's probably not going to challenge me that much. So I'm just going to take my aggression out on her. So she's the one, and we'll see that later on in the episode where she does it again. So with Josh, I feel like in their relationship, she was trying to make him feel valued by having him be the overseer of their finances. Now, also, I don't know if Elena was necessarily the one that was doing the best with the finances, because she wants to buy this and do this and do that. So Josh was probably the one that had to like reel her in to be like, okay, you're making a lot of money, but you can't spend a whole lot of money either. And by him having that full view of what their money looks like, how much money they're bringing in, I think that he wanted that valiant win to say, "Hey, yes, you are talented. Talented. You're doing the damn thing. You're making great strides for our family. This is our business together. I'm glad that you've brought value to me, but here's a big Hail Mary that I've brought to us too by investing our money and coming back with this, making the pot larger with the investments that I've created. This is my contribution." I believe that's what Josh wanted to do. I think that Josh has been good at investments. I think that was his claim to fame. And what I think they should have done is let Elena run her business and have an accountant, and he go and get a job as an accountant or investor or whatever. Go work for daggone child Sally Mae. That's the damn loan people, child. Whoever, go work for the people that reinvest the damn coins, okay? That's what he needed to do. They needed to be separate in their finances because he was he wasn't feeling valued. He wasn't feeling validated. And I don't know if Elena, she just gives me that personality of the type of person that would sort of hold it over his head. Because my thing is, we should never, as breadwinners, if you're the man or the woman, you should never make your partner feel less than. There, even if, for me in my marriage, if I noticed that my husband was feeling a little insecure about the fact that, at some point, if I've made more money than him or whatever, I would have a conversation with him to say, you don't need to feel like that. This is our money. I would not be able to exhibit my talents if it wasn't for what you do behind the scenes for our son. I wouldn't be able to do XYZ if it wasn't for the assistance that you provide in this area. Or listen, just be happy that you got a dope ass wife that got all these damn skills. And also, let's talk about what we can do for you. What can we do to help you feel validated? What kind of skills or what kind of things do you want to do that I can help you with, where we can make you feel like you bringing in a big enough bag too? Let's talk about it. That's what I think a lot needs, what has to happen in a relationship. I think that Elena, in my opinion, and this is just from her interactions on the show, I knew she had some shit with her. I didn't know exactly what it was. The fact that you waited all this time to tell us that it was just a financial thing, I think image is everything to her. I think Elena is around rich people and she wants to look rich. I think Elena is caught in her own world of what success looks like. The thing is, Elena, nobody can take the talents that she has away from her. No one can take Elena's talents away from her. She will always be able to do amazing makeup. So where you made a bag, you can get it back again. You can get it back again. You sit down with your husband, you're in therapy. I think you made him feel like shit. Now, should he feel bad for what he did? Absolutely. And I can understand a woman that don't want to fuck you and you done lost all my damn money. But ain't no damn way I'm gonna be sleeping for months on months on months out of the room with my husband and have no what are we doing to push this forward? How long, Tommy? How long was it going to take you, Elena, to have him go to therapy with you? Were you just going to continue to live in this environment where both of y'all were fucking uncomfortable? And then you would be mad if he went out here and cheated on you. Also, let's talk about cheating. I don't want to hear nothing about how he cheated on you before y'all got married. Y'all motherfuckers been married for over goddamn, what, 13, 14 years now? Knock it the fuck off. We don't care about when he cheated on you in the beginning. You decided to still get married. So guess what? The minute that you decided to still get married, if he has not cheated on you since y'all got married, knock it off. Stop talking about it. I can't stand when women do that. If you forgave him, let it the fuck go. And also, ladies waste money all the goddamn time. That's why women are the ones that have the man manage the funds most of the damn time. Because y'all will go out there and buy a damn purse instead of paying the electric bill. Go buy a pair of damn shoes or go on a trip with your girlfriends instead of paying the damn bills because you got a man. And your man gonna take care of it, right? That's how some women are, especially when you have a husband that is mindful about the expenses. You have a husband that you feel like he gonna make a way. If he can't do it, nobody can. Okay. And I feel like Elena put a lot of confidence in his capabilities with with the finances, that she just thought everything was cool, that she could just go do whatever she want. He was going to handle it. So she trusted him in that manner. And in that manner, I commend her, because in a relationship, you're supposed to trust your husband. However, trust but verify. Okay. Trust but verify. You see, Elena, it can't get to the point where now y'all are broke and then you want to participate in the bashing of him, but you don't want to participate in the cleaning up of it all. Because to clean it up together means that you have to acknowledge that you knew all this time that he was insecure. And as a partner that is very present, you have to kind of have insight and foresight for things like this that can come up. I know that my man feels less than. I don't want him to go do something stupid. Not to say that she could have ever predicted that he would have done something so foolish as in to make some bad investments on the stock market and their money is gone. Nobody could ever predict that somebody would do something like that. But you never give somebody full control of all of your finances and you not take a look. Okay. So Josh, get a job, figure it out. The marriage shouldn't be over because of this. I think that Elena getting on this TV show, I really pray for their sake that this gets a second season. And Josh, you need to be on here really doing your shit. Apparently they done moved. They don't live together anymore from what the credits said at the end. He done moved out. Probably because now she's like, I'm on this TV show and now I had to tell these people my business. I had to let people know that I'm broke. She probably doesn't like the way that feels or how it makes her look. And at the end of the day, it's not about how you look all the time. This is your family. This is your children's father. You've been with this man since high school. The vows said for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer. He made a mistake. If your business, let's say the tables were turned, he invested in your business. You start this business, you thinking you doing well, and then it goes belly up. You lose all their money because you're talented and you felt like you were going to do all the things to make this business work. But no matter what you did or how great what you tried, it didn't work out. And he decided to leave you because he felt he believed in you and dropped all the funds into your one basket and it didn't work out. The reality is money is something that we can replenish if two heads are better than one. Okay. Y'all are not thinking as a one. Y'all are not thinking as a unit. You are blaming him. He's over here feeling emasculated, really, in a sense. He's feeling bad that he's not contributing enough. You probably around Latoya Luckett and damn Kadeen and all this, that Ellis and all of them. You doing all these celebrities makeup and you seeing how they living, and you want to be doing the same thing. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses and do what everybody else's do. Do what you can do. Okay. There's a lot of people that can do what they want to do, But some of us got to just do what we can do. Okay. And that's just the bottom line. Let's get into y'all comments. Laquanda Govan says, oh yeah, I hated the way she came at Manira. Yeah, I think it was totally unnecessary, but we're going to talk about that when we get there. We definitely on opposite sides of this one, friend. The husband cheated before they hit married. He's a loser. Well, yeah, I can see where, but see, here's the thing. He cheated before they got married. So I would have never married him. So that's why it's on her. I would have never married him. I could see if she found out after they got married, but and even then, you could have gotten it annulled if you was that upset. You see what I'm saying? So I can't really let him hold that bag on his own. She knew, do something about it. Don't stay in the marriage and then now you mad over the money situation. So now you want to validate your current anger with old shit. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining today and it was raining last week. I don't need your piss. I'm already dry from the raincoat that I wore last week when it rained. We covered that up. We're good. You see what I'm saying? So I can't get jiggy with that. I don't get with the whole, if I forgive you, I forgive you. And that's period. If you forgave me for some shit, I don't expect you to bring it up again 14, 15 years later. What type of partner am I if I allow that? You get what I'm saying? So I hope you can understand where I'm getting at with that. I mean, she should have never married him, period. If she felt that strongly about it, rather. Peggy Brown says, "Hey Shay and chat, what's up, Peggy? How you be? Thank you so much for joining us." Peggy also says, Elena more than likely emasculated. See, there we go. We on the same page. Elena more than likely emasculated him because he cheated when they were engaged, and her get back was making him feel less than. Yeah, and that's my thing. Why marry him? You're not that upset. You're not. Leave a man alone if he ain't good for you. If he ain't good enough. Let it burn. Okay? Leave him alone. What's up? My friend is here. Sweet P 724 is in the building. She says, "Hey Shay and chat. What's up? What's up, Sweet P?" Peggy Brown says, I didn't like since the hold on. I didn't like since the beginning of the show. I just couldn't put my finger on it, and I finally realized what it was last night. Oh, you didn't like what? Who? Was it Elena? Is it Elena that you're saying you didn't like? Yeah, it was something about her for me too. It was very off-putting. I didn't like how she dragged this out. She could have been talked about this. This could have been something that we explored with her and Josh. This could have actually made the series better. Us looking into how a couple gets through a troubling situation as much as finances, because finances is a huge thing in a marriage. And it can make or break a marriage. It really can. So I would have loved to see them positively navigate through this. Peggy Brown says, exactly. She chose to marry him anyway. Exactly. Kay Calloway, also one of my members, is in the building. She says, "Hey Shay and chat, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining." Peggy Brown says, "You can make more money." Right. Right, Peggy. You can always make some more money. Period. Peggy Brown says, "Yes, Elena." Oh, okay, so it was Elena that you're talking about. Okay. So yeah, y'all, that was that with Elena and Josh. Like I said, I am not on the side of I'm not fully on Elena's side with this. I listen, I get it. Money is a huge part of any relationship. Um I feel that situation could have been handled so much better. I think Elena is being super califragilistic, expialidocious, dramatic. Um I think it's super dramatic. And if you're going to be this man's partner, hold him up. Just like you want him to hold you up, you need all these people to give you reassurance. You need people to check on you and this, and we're going to talk about that later on. You need all of this from these people, but what are you providing back? What are you giving back to the people around you besides, bullshit? Trying to hide shit and make shit seem worse than what it really is. I don't think this is a huge for me. And I don't, listen, I don't put down anybody else's point of view. I don't think this is something that they should get a divorce over. I don't think this is something. I think it's something that should be made a deal, but not a big deal. I could see if he did it again. I think at this time, this is the time for them to huddle together, utilize therapy to identify why it went this far. Why didn't we address earlier that he's feeling, as my girl Peggy Brown put it so greatly, emasculated? Why is he feeling emasculated? How, Miss Therapist, give us the tools to address that, because I want my man to feel loved and appreciated. Also, give my man the tools to appreciate me. And if you have to play sideline, help him feel comfortable with the role without feeling emasculated. That's what they need to work on. So moving on, we get to the next scene where Labrina has rented out this house. Everybody's going to get together. They're going to have a weekend girls trip somewhere. I can't remember where they went. Somebody remind me where they went. It looks very sunny, but Houston is very sunny too. But yeah, they all arrive at the house. Elena is the last damn one to get there because, child, I don't know, maybe she had to come in a hoopty and she didn't want nobody to see her. Who knows? But all the ladies arrive. Everybody looks absolutely stunning and amazing. So everybody sits down, and Elena is coming in acting all fucking weird. So everybody gets to talking, and eventually they're like, so how did your therapy session go with Josh? What's going on? And she's kind of still beating around the bush. I'm like, girl, you have filmed it at this point. Go on and get it out. Get it out. Okay? Because she coming in there all rattled and shaky. Her friends can see that the girl is clearly stressed the hell out. So they're at this point where they're like, girl, just let it on out. Let it out, because we're really tired of you playing ring around a damn rosy with this bullshit. Okay? Just tell us what the fuck going on. So Elena finally comes out and she says, listen, here's what it is. Josh, it was some financial stuff going on. He lost all of our money. So we talked about that with the therapist, and we're just trying to figure out what to do next. So everybody is like, listen, we all get stressed out. Everybody got stuff going on. Like, I could see how that could stress you out. Like, we get it. Everybody has gone through things, and we've made it through. Like, even Labrina goes into talking about how, listen, I had my hair business, and I was in this very jacked up building, and I was doing this, and I ain't had no money, and I was really just living off my last all the time. Everybody was going through all these hardship stories. And then Elena comes out with it finally, with the stuff that she had to go through, that she's gone through in her marriage. And everybody's looking at her like, girl, okay. And I don't remember anybody really being off some girl, you should have left him type shit. Because I really don't think that was anything. I think that even her friends probably look at it like, this ain't really something that you should be leaving your husband over. But all the girls are gathering. They're together. They're drinking wine and trying out some stuff. They're eating food. They're having a good old time, tasting and wasting and this, that, and the third. Ro, hold on, y'all. Let me get to, because they over here savoring the damn wine. I didn't even think about taking a whole bunch of notes. Is this thing dragging again? Let me take myself off screen. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn the camera off. I don't know why it's doing this. I hope it don't turn it back on. Okay. All right. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Let me read y'all comments. Peggy Brown says, we see each other. Oh, you a Cancer too. That's right. Yes. Cancer's in the building. Okay. Look. Peggy Brown says he was vulnerable on that couch. Yeah, he definitely was vulnerable, and I don't think that she appreciated it enough, to be honest. She definitely didn't appreciate it enough. I think it's like, girl, do you want this man to bare his soul every time he talking to you and be like he got to be bellyache crying to make you understand that he feels some type of way? But before all they got into all the deep stuff, oh, y'all have the ones in the chat. Okay, perfect. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I just have to take myself off screen for a little bit because I don't know why this thing does that. It's like my computer can't catch up with my camera. So Latoria was giving Elena all her props and her big ups for doing her makeup. Like I was telling y'all before, Elena, I've went on her IG page. She is very good at what she does. I really want to get into makeup. I've never really worn makeup like that because, I've been blessed to have clear skin. Um and I just feel like sometimes makeup is an enhancement, but I don't even know, it's just so complicated for me. Like, I don't even know where to begin. I was actually talking to the makeup artist that did me and my sister's makeup on Friday. And I was like, I want to have a class where someone comes and shows us how to do an everyday look. But anyway, Latoria was talking to Elena, giving her props for doing her makeup and doing well with it. And then they go into talking about how Latoria, was going to leave her career and move on to do something else. She's like, after 16 years, I just feel like I need to be doing something else. Like, my journey here is pretty much done. Like, this is all that I can do. So that was when Labrina immediately started talking about, before she got into the spa business. She was in a swanky old building. She didn't have a husband. Shit just wasn't right for her. All those things, and she was a mother at the time, and she was struggling. But now, she has money. She's doing well. She has her businesses. She decided to upgrade. She's like thinking to herself, what can I do outside of being a hairstylist? What's the next level? So that's when she moved into doing the spa. Then they go into Chloe wearing, I'm sorry, not Chloe. Ro is wearing colors. She's usually wearing black all the time. So they're like, oh, Ro, you're wearing colors. You look good. You look happy. It's all in your face type of stuff. And Ro is just like, yeah, I'm just learning all over again. I'm trying to do better. It's like, Ro is having this moment where she's like, she has to be the captain of her own happiness. And I love that for Ro. Like, I think that Ro is always kind of sitting in the background, um trying to be very mindful of other people's emotions. She's trying to make sure that she doesn't offend other people, and sometimes that keeps her from that kind of keeps her in a certain comfort zone. She doesn't really feel like she can be herself around this group, because Ro is really somebody that's very outspoken, and she want to say the things, but she don't want to. Ever since that whole situation with Manira and Latoria and Chloe and Elena, she's like, I don't want to say shit that's gonna piss nobody off. Okay. So then this is when everybody goes into the house. And then in the next scene, I think this is where Elena finally comes on out with it. So I kind of jumped the gun earlier. I thought they were talking about it around the counter with Elena and the whole situation. So everybody gets ready, getting their hair done and getting all done up. I love the fact that Labrina is rich, but she didn't have like a whole glam squad there. This lady owns a whole spa, but she didn't have like this whole glam squad there doing all this stuff. And that's probably in part because she can do her own damn hair. She's a hairstylist. But, she didn't have somebody there doing her makeup and carrying on. She said, listen, I done rented out this house. I can do my own damn makeup. So all the ladies get done up. The chef, named Seven, is there. And everybody was like, Chloe talking about something. Oh, chef ain't no 7. He's a 10. So Chloe immediately starts flirting with the damn chef. I'm like, Chloe, don't you got a little young thing at home? Why are you flirting with 7? Eat your curds away and leave this man alone. So 7 goes back in the house because he like, child, I ain't about to be out here with this desperate ass housewife fucking playing with me. So moving on, everybody gets to talking around the table and asking Chloe, girl, what the hell, is your relationship serious with your dude? Because why are you flirting with the chef? She's like, well, I ain't blind. I mean, we are serious, but I'm still single. How are you single? Because if Jordan was out here flirting with some other chicks, how would you feel if he was doing that? Let's say the chef was a woman and her name was Five, and he talking about Five, you fine. What if he was doing all that? How would you feel, Chloe? That's what I'm talking about. These double standards with women is insane. Totally insane. So people start to ask Elena about how the therapy session went with Josh, and this is where she was talking about it was really heavy, and she finally reveals that it was a financial situation. Manira even says, "Look, me and my husband went to couples therapy as well, so I know that shit gets real up in there." So Elena was like, yeah, he took accountability for some horrible decisions that he made with our money, and it really caused our money to dwindle, and we ended up losing out on losing a lot from these investments that he made. I had to sell my house. I basically had to rebuild. So my thing is, I'm interested to see, what does that rebuild process look like? Because if you were able to open up another business where now you don't have makeup artists, you're doing the makeup yourself. Like, you're basically working off of your own talent. You're doing your own thing. I would love to hear how they have bounced back. I think that they've bounced back, but she's still somehow holding it over his head. I don't know what type of apology Elena is looking for, but I don't know. Ro in her confessional was basically, after she heard what he did, she was the one that was like, yeah, I would have, if he would have had to get on up out of here, we wouldn't be together. But I feel like Ro is saying that because of how Elena has been acting. So the friends are looking at her like, girl, you are giving him too much leeway. And the thing is, here's what I'm going to say. Elena, if you are going to stay with the man, don't stay with him and make all of his days miserable. Let him go and find him somebody else that's willing to do with him and rebuild with him and trust him. Don't just hold on to him because it's like you don't want him, but you don't want nobody else to have him, and you want to keep him around so he can suffer because he took your money and took your lifestyle. So he got to be around to suffer, and you don't want to be inconvenienced where it comes to your children. He obviously must be a good father. Then she goes on and says that she's not in love with him. I forgot who asked. I think Chloe asked, are you in love with him? And she says, no, I'm not in love with him. So Chloe is on my side where she like, girl, well, leave that man alone. Let him go. And I just think that, you know, it's just too much. And Munira goes on to say, I understand where you're coming from, but lately I can see that there's something going on with you. It's just like this dark cloud over you and just a very dark energy. And I just don't understand. Now I understand where it's coming from. Like, you just haven't been yourself. So instead of Elena really listening to what her friend is trying to tell her to help her, she dives deep into, why did you say dark cloud? And she goes into talking about how, oh, you guys think I'm dark and this, that, and the third. That just makes me feel so uncomfortable that you guys think this way of me. She's like, that behavior with Elena, that fake up and down shit. It's like 1 minute she crying, 1 minute she angry, then 1 minute she want to laugh. It's like all over the damn place. So now she's over here feeling sorry for herself, like, dang, you guys felt like you couldn't talk to me. You guys felt, and then Rose says, girl, every time we tried to ask you questions, you would basically be like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I can't say this. I can't say that. So it's just like, girl, I'm not even about to ask you shit because you don't want to reveal the information. So I'm not about to be pulling and dragging nothing about you because I really don't give a damn that fucking much. And that's just what it is with Elena. Elena wants somebody. She just that's annoying to me. I can't stand somebody that wants you to beg and plead for information from them. Just tell me what's going on so as a friend I can be there for you and help you out. That's it. I don't get it. But moving on, she's sitting there looking at everybody like, wow, I can't believe you guys feel this way. Everybody pretty much concurs that she's been doing the absolute fucking most. So anyway, everybody goes back to their rooms that night. They're getting all, everybody goes to bed, then they get up the next morning and everybody's standing around the kitchen counter. So they're talking about some product that's sunscreen for your face. Elena is interested because, she can probably use this on people under their makeup type stuff. So they go from talking about products to now Elena is digging in Munira's ass about her saying dark cloud. I'm like, well, damn, Elena, you was just over here smiling and kikiing with her about some damn sunscreen, but then you talking about her saying there's a dark cloud. Why didn't you address that last night? I don't like how Elena bullies or attempts to bully Munira. Now, if Munira can get over the apple juice situation, it was funny. She made a little joke about the apple juice in this moment because she was like, who drank my apple juice? Because she felt triggered by somebody calling her young all the time. But then, and they were literally laughing about that. But then Elena turns it into something negative, talking about this a dark cloud shit. It wasn't really, the bottom line is, it wasn't about Munira calling her a dark cloud. It's not about the word itself. It's about you walking around here like the Grim Reaper, expecting everybody to be like, oh, Elena, what's wrong with you? Oh, Elena, are you okay? Oh, okay. Nobody's going to do that, girl. Grow the hell up. I can't stand that. You have to be responsible for your own healing. And a part of you healing is being honest with your friends. You beat around the bush so much. So much. And even everybody else, all the other friends were like, I don't think dark cloud is really your problem. I think you are leaning into the word, but it really isn't that serious. So Munira is like, girl, are you serious? And in her confessional, she says, listen, me and Elena have had private conversations where she's revealed some things to me. Actually, I think she said this to all of them. She says that she admitted that they have both parents shared information. She's told Elena personal things about her. Elena has told her personal things about her. But Munira says in her confessional that she didn't feel like there was reciprocity in the relationship, that she was always there to be a listening ear for Elena, but Elena was never really there for her. And she was like, it's just a lot of negativity. Nobody wants to talk to somebody that every single time they talk, you on some bullshit. And Elena, you do have a dark cloud over you. No matter how bright and beautiful your makeup is, the lashes are dragging your eyes down because you always looking sad as fuck. I mean, girl, you beautiful and all of that, but at some point it's like, all right, we got to what else beyond the beauty? Because you are a beautiful mess at this point. I don't get it. So Munira gets upset and she walks off because she's like, listen, I'm not about to sit here and talk about how you want me to check on you every day. You don't fucking check on me every day. And shout out to the friends that are friends with you and y'all good, but you ain't got to talk to them every fucking day. Elena just seems like the type that needs a whole lot of goddamn attention. I don't talk to none of my friends every damn day. Because the bottom line is I have shit to do. I don't have time to be talking to nobody every damn day. The only people I talk to every day is my husband and my son. And why? Because I live with them. I don't talk to no damn body every fucking day. That's too much. We need to be paying bills together if I'm talking to your ass every damn day. I'm sorry. But hey. When my best friend, we used to talk on the phone every day, but we were like in high school and then a part of our 20s or whatever. But now that we have jobs and things going on and we in our damn 40s, I don't got time to be talking all day every day. But Elena is just she's just super fucking rude. So Manira is trying to get her point across and trying to explain to her about the cloud comment and trying to reassure her. But Elena keeps on talking about, go ahead, go ahead, okay, okay. She just kept on saying little shit to poke Manira. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Elena. You are just trying to piss Munira off. Like, I just don't, I don't get it. I think she's an easy target, and you over here trying to talk shit to her because you know the Munira is not going to slap the shit out you. But anyway, Munira leaves out, and the other ladies are looking at Elena like, girl, 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 girl. We ain't come up here for this, okay? Labrina, like, I ain't pay all this money for us to have a good time at this house, for us to be coming up here and be freaking arguing and shit. Like, get it together. This is Elena's first time really going on a girls' trip and whatnot. I don't really think I saw a lot of people commenting on Twitter that it seems like Josh may be controlling her. I don't think that Josh is controlling shit. I don't think that Josh is the puppeteer of Elena in no shape, form, or fashion. I think that all of this bullshit is directly coming from Elena. And Elena doesn't have any control over her own damn self. So she's taking it out on everybody else. That's what this is all about. Then Munira, before she left, she was like, but you know my heart. You know that I wouldn't say something dark cloud, meaning it in a negative way. And Elena gonna say, no, I don't know your heart. I'm like, girl, you doing team too much. So everybody was looking at Elena and like, girl, you fucking up the trip. You need to go on out there. You need to talk to her because this is too much. This is team too fucking much. Go out there and talk to Manira because it ain't even that damn serious and you wrong as hell. So Elena takes her big tall ass on outside. I don't know, maybe Manira just short. But she goes sauntering through the grass outside in her yellow outfit. And she approaches Munira with the listen, hey, it was just a dark cloud comment. I would never say that to a friend. And I just love you like a sister. I love you. And I just really do. I don't want to be arguing. I just love you. No, ma'am. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You're not going to come out here and tell me you love me and you look at me like a sister and this, that, and the third. How do you love me? But inside you said that you don't know my heart. You don't know my heart, but now we sisters. No, that's some bullshit. What it is you don't want to have to suffer the consequences of how I'm gonna read your ass back. You don't want to deal with my response. So now you want to come out here and break me down first. You want to tear down my defenses by telling me you love me and telling me that I look at you look at me like a sister and all this stuff so that now I can soften to you. No, no, no. We're going to address that bullshit that you did. And Munira was right on top of it. She said, yeah, well, it's interesting that you're saying that you love me like a sister and that you love me, but you don't know my heart. That's crazy. She said, but from my heart, I didn't mean anything by the dark cloud comment. I was just saying that your energy has been off. And that's true. And she was like, I didn't mean it to come across the way that I said it, but you do have a dark presence about you. And it's like, listen, Elena, you've been dark, bitch. Turn the lights on, okay? Turn them on. I don't know what you want the lady to do. She's not going to change her fucking opinion. She thinks that you've been dark. Apparently, everybody else thinks that you've been dark. I don't care how much bronzer and highlighter you put the hell on in your makeup, your attitude, your face, your everything. It's been dark. You've been getting on these people's nerves, okay? Brighten it up, bitch. Deal with your issues. Accept responsibility. It is what it is. You can't get up in here trying to change somebody's opinion. If you've been shitty and they see it, as friends, they're going to point it out. I don't want nobody around me that's just going to be yes people and tell me what the fuck I want to hear. You do that shit when you doing these motherfuckers makeup, telling them what the fuck they want to hear so that you can charge them an arm and a goddamn leg to paint a face on them. But I'm your as friends, your friends should be allowed to be on. Your friends are going to be honest with you because that's what makes a good friend. So then she want to do this passive aggressive shit where she want to, I love you, I'm so sorry, like really, and then she want to hug her and all this, that, and the third. If I'm Munira, I wouldn't trust this bitch as far as I can throw her because you just gonna try to come for me whenever it's convenient for you. And the only reason that Elena came out there and apologized is because everybody else made her feel bad about it. But moving on, let's see what y'all said in the comments. Sweet P724 says yes to the makeup class. I need tips. Oh, okay, if I have one, I'll invite you. We're probably gonna do it at my house. So when we do it, we're probably gonna do it. I was thinking about something like a Friendsgiving kind of thing, and we do makeup. So I will let you know when we gonna have it, friend. Just come on over. We gonna do the makeup class because I want to learn, especially in wintertime. I like to do a little soft beat. Caramel Kisses says they don't seem happy together at all, and it's sad to watch. Yeah, it really is. I think that she has broken that man down so much, and I think that he has broken her down from, woman likes to, that's one thing in a relationship. Women like to feel secure. And when you're not feeling financially secure and you doing makeup for all these rich damn people, it's like, I get where she's coming from. Don't get me wrong. I get where she's coming from. While I don't like the way she handled it, I definitely get where she's coming from. For sure. Because you work your ass off to get to a certain point, and then for it to all be kind of stripped from up under you by a person that's supposed to protect you the most, it can really stifle you. That could be a dagger in the heart. So it said, Kay Calloway says Elena was so far in her feelings, her attack on Manera was uncalled for. It was. And it actually just made her look like a mean girl. It was totally unfreaking called for. I thought it was silly, to be honest. Kay Calloway says Munira gave up on the conversation because Elena kept interrupting her, and that she did. That she did. And I would have left her ass sitting there too, looking stupid. Because what you're not going to do is keep on fucking talking over me. Oh, my friend is here. What's up, Chef Don Don? Chef Don Don says, hey, agreed. Hey, friend, what's up? What's up? Y'all going over to Chef Don Don's website and get them cooking oils, okay? I got to order me some. But shout out to Chef Don Don. Y'all, he is doing his thing over there, showing y'all how to make the meals and got the oils to match the. Come on, merch. Come on, merch. Okay. I loves it. I loves it. And also, while y'all at it, going over to Scotty by Nature, I'm actually waiting on my book to get here because mine gonna be signed, child. Mine gonna be signed because I pre-ordered that thing. Okay. Scotty has a book out. I think it's called That's Why You're Lonely. Something like that. Child, don't get me started. I'm waiting for it to come. But I'm definitely gonna show it to y'all when it gets here. Definitely show it to y'all when it gets here. But shout out to Scotty. This is his first book, and I'm so excited and happy that I was able to support my friend. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Peggy Brown says, I didn't believe the control thing either. She's not a girl's girl and never wanted to attend a girl's trip. Yeah, I don't think that Josh was what kept her away from no damn girl's trip. I definitely don't think that's the case. Because Elena strikes me as the type of person, she gonna do whatever fuck she want to do. It don't matter what the hell nobody say. But Chef Don Don says Munira is short. LOL. She definitely is. It looks like it. I was like, damn, either Elena is tall or Munira just little. But I love little short girls. I think it's so cute. My sister is really short, and I just love that about her. I always be commenting on it, and I know it gets on her nerves, but I'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV is in the building. One of my mods is here. Actually, y'all, Sweet P724 is one of my mods too. Shout out to her. Thank you so much for both of y'all being here. She says, "Hey Shay, hey chat and Shay, I'm late. What's up? That's okay, girl. You is here. You is here because we still got some more to talk about." Peggy Brown says, "At Chef, short like Kelly or K Michelle." Yes, you know what I'm noticing? K Michelle is really little too. She's so little and petite. Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV says she was so dang nasty and snooty. Yeah, I couldn't believe she was acting like that. Jazz says it's 20. Like the video. 20 people watching. Come on now. Come on, like the video, y'all. Jazz also says, but Elena is tall. Yeah, she looks like she's tall because she looked taller than all the other women too. Oh, Chef Don said he met them last night. What? He said I met them last night while watching the episode. Wow. Okay, you got to tell me how that was, friend. That's dope. That's awesome. You got to let me know what was your vibe, what vibe did you get from Elena in person? Chef Don says she's short like K Michelle. Oh, okay. She's cute though. She some people said she looked like Royce Reed Munira. I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. K Michelle is really short. Yeah, she is. She's like really tiny and very skinty petite. I love it. All right, y'all. So at this point of the episode, Labrina is like, all right, y'all didn't apologize. Let's get into the positivity of it all. Okay. So she brings out these flowers and she says the first set that she gives is to Munira. So she says to Munira, I know how much you fought for your peace. Um, you know, your family, your mom, your husband. She says you're, you know, definitely a family person. And I love that about you. And she was like, you're the person that everyone always leans on. And, you know, I just want to give you your flowers where it's just okay for somebody to be there for you too. And I was like, wow, that is really, really sweet of her to kind of pinpoint all of these things about her friends. And I'm like, Munira does seem like the type that she wants to just be there for everybody around her. And that, you know, she just wants to be that sounding board and that foundation. I think that's also why it hurt her that Elena was acting the way that she was acting when it came to her. So that's why Labrina gave her the white flowers to reflect on all of those things about her. So then she goes to Elena and gives Labrina gives Elena some flowers. And she says she wants that, she made them colorful because she feels like it's all full of new beginnings. She's like, you know, she's coming into her own and she, you know, she needs to learn to own things. And she feels like she is learning to own it. Like she's learning to own everything that's going on in her life. And I think that was really Labrina's way of slick telling her, own your shit. Own your shit. Stop being fake and trying to hide shit. Just own it. Own what's going on and figure out how to fix it. Stop trying to look perfect. Just own your shit. And I love that about Labrina and how she was able to colorfully put it. Like, girl, listen, I love you, friend, but get your shit together. You over here kind of like throwing it on everybody else, but you need to just be honest about your life and own your shit. And I like that. And I love the way she was able to deliver that in a way where it was digestible for Elena, because Elena really looked at it like, you know what? I'm glad that my friend sees me. This is just a moment for me to start over. And she embraced it. So next, Labrina gives Latoria some orange flowers. She said because she feels like it represents confidence. And she said it's very beautiful to watch. She loved how Latoria spoke about her dad and how it was very touching for her. And she feels like she has emotional confidence and, you know, she's just a strong woman overall. And she just loves to watch her heal and transform. And I think that that is amazing. I love the fact that Labrina was able to just really sit there and look deep into her friends' souls, child, and and honor them this way. It is just super dope and amazing. So the next person that she decides to pass the flowers along to is Chloe. She said she gives Chloe yellow because she says it is for forgiveness. So she tells her she truly needs to learn to forgive herself for all the things that happened in her past, as far as, what's going on with her son, and how she just needs to, let bygones be bygones, grow and evolve, and not feel bad about, basically how she has made her son Nico dive into things faster. So I feel like with Chloe, when her husband passed away, she didn't have anybody. So Nico kind of jumped in as a father figure for his little sisters. And that's challenging. You go from, he probably was in his early 20s, whatever, out here living life, couldn't really make too many mistakes because now he has to turn into a caretaker for his little sisters. And that's a lot. That's a lot to put on your son. And while I don't think that necessarily Chloe should feel terrible about that, I think that she needs to know that there needs to be a shift happening at this point. You can't lean on Nico forever. He's your son and he's young. He has his own life again ahead of him, and he needs to learn to be responsible for himself as well. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not that person that agrees with kicking their kid out and, making them get out on and do it all by themselves in the world. But I'm also not about forcing them to be like an additional parent, and they ain't signed up for that. Oh, Miss Vaughn is here. What's up, Miss Vaughn? Thank you so much for joining. Peggy Brown says she does resemble Royce. Yeah, she looked like Royce Reed to me for sure. And she does look like Royce Reed. Okay, you guys all agree with me. Okay, good, 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 good. Ms. Vaughn says, hi, Shay and Chat. What's up? What's up? Ms. Vaughn is also one of my members. Thank you so much for joining. Chef Don Don says Labrina is a jewel in real life. Oh wow. Okay, good, good, good. I loved some Labrina after this. I really, really do. Um, I loved her before. She does give me this drunk girl vibe, like she always in a daze. But nevertheless, I really do like her. Chef Don Don says, see, that's what makes them different. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, Miss Vaughn. Jazzy says, that's why I didn't go in so hard. Chef Don Don said, oh, okay, got you. Got you, got you, got you. Okay, makes sense. So we got Labrina going over to Ro. Okay, she gave her red flowers because it symbolizes love, and she feels like Ro is starting to learn to love herself, and learn to be vulnerable, be emotional, do all the things. And Ro is like, "Oh, you gonna make me cry?" And found this walking into Foot Locker. Oh, must be nice. Somebody found $60 walking into Foot Locker. I'm looking at my Instagram story at the same time. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting distracted. But Ro is over here. She's hugging Labrina. She's so excited about all the changes that she's looking to make in her life. And, I'm just glad that Ro is starting to be more outspoken, be more vulnerable. Not really, just stop trying to worry about how what you say affects everybody else around you. Like, say what you need to say and mean what you say, and that's it. So Latoria chimes in and she says, you know what? Oftentimes, as the person that gives everybody their flowers, you don't get yours back. So I wanted to take this time to have everybody, she said, I want everybody to give Labrina one of your flowers and give her some words of affirmation as well. And Latoria was like, you know what? This really made me feel really loved. And she says, may your growth continue to elevate you. May you stand 10 toes down on who you are and where you want to go. And she also says, may you self embody the woman empowerment that you exude and show and sow into others. And she says, may you never feel like you're not good enough. And I love that she said that to Labrina, because sometimes, you know, with somebody like Labrina being married to an NFL, former NFL football player, she's worked hard. Clearly, she says she's done hair for years. She evolved that business into her spa. People may minimize that to say, oh, well, only reason you doing well is because your husband got a lot of money. Everybody looks at a woman that has a successful husband and they totally over, a lot of people, not everybody, right? They totally overlook what skill sets you're providing, what you've done to maintain your own self um, preservation, your own individual talents, things like that. It automatically is because, oh, she got it because her husband got it. No, Labrina is very, 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 very talented. And I can tell that that girl literally looks into the souls of people. She's a pretty woman that is, I think she's like a real down ass chick. I really do. So everybody begins to start pouring into her and saying how much, they just hope God continues to bless her. They're so happy that they were able to connect with her. And, they just want her to do exceptionally well and continue to touch everybody around her the way that, they hope that they can always touch her the way that she's touched them. And I can appreciate that. I really can appreciate that. So everybody starts to hug each other. They talk about how this weekend together was very much needed. And, they were happy to end it on a positive note. And I love that too. I love that the show ended on a level of positivity. So then they go into the closeout. So Labrina is expanding. Um, Hold on, y'all. Now I'm going to read these credits for what everybody doing. Labrina is expanding the Escape Spa and launching a new Pilates studio. Child, she about to listen. Labrina about to get all them rich ladies coins, the spa and the Pilates studio. Okay, but let me tell y'all something. Shout out to Pilates. Pilates is getting the girls snatched. Okay, it's expensive as fuck, but Pilates will have you snatched. Now, my friend that just got married, she's been doing Pilates for over a year now, and that waist, it ain't never been a case. Okay, there, she don't have no waist. I'm about to take my ass to damn Pilates. Now, she does mat Pilates. I actually went to the Pilates class with the reformer. Y'all, I see why these hoes are snatched. Okay, that thing elongates your belly like nobody's business. I can tell doing that at least 2, 3, 4 times a week. Oh, baby. In addition to all the other stuff I do, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing by next summer. Okay, wait, you just wait. But moving on, because this ain't about me. But girl, open the Pilates studio, girl. You about to get all the girls' coins, okay? So she says Pop has moved back in full time. I love that for her. I'm so glad that the son is not feeling like a burden of sorts or whatever, and that he feels comfortable going back to his parents for assistance. Then it says Labrina and Will's 5-acre ranch is up for sale. They're upgrading to a 50-acre ranch. Child, baby. Mm, 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 mm. Must be nice. So Latoria decided to step away from. It goes into Latoria's end story. It talks about how she is stepping away from HT, the restaurant. I think the restaurant's name. Hold on, let me see here. After she told me it was the crab cake salty. She's stepping away from Rain HTX, fulfilling her desire to be a mother. She's exploring the adoption process. She's still searching for Mr. Right with nice toes. Oh, because they talked about some man, her dating a man with sunflower seeds toes. I was like, ugh. And Latoria talking about something, were they ranch? What did you ask them what flavor it was? I was like, not Latoria, Roe. Roe is hilarious. So then they go into Munira's story. It says Munira continues to be a successful influencer. She wants to go to therapy to work on her vulnerability. Despite hashing it out with Elena, things are still rocky. Yeah. That might be a thing if they get a season 2. That might be a thing if they get a season 2. I don't know. I don't know. Um, well, there's that. We shall see how that relationship turns out. Chloe and Nico continue to work together on their. Hold on, this thing going fast, y'all. I'm trying to read. what it's saying. Give me 2 seconds. It's coming. So now we go into Chloe's story. She said, it says Chloe and Nico continue to work on their relationship. Okay. Chloe and Jordan are still together with talks of wedding bells in the future. Nico and Jordan still have not met. I don't understand that. Ro ended her on again, off again relationship with the basketball player. She is still consulting for high end restaurants and embracing her soft girl era. Hey, Chef Don Don, if you're still in the chat, does Ro own a restaurant of her own? There was a young lady that was in the chat. She was so nice enough to tell us that Ro, I'm gonna say allegedly, has her own restaurant, and she was actually there, and she was there, giving her, the young lady that was in my chat, her and her friends, really good service. They actually had a chance to talk to her. So if you met them and you know this, that would be great. If you can confirm that she has her own restaurant, I think that's awesome for her. So Rose says that she is embracing her soft girl era. Okay, I love that for her. I love Ro. Ro is one that you just really just want to see her be successful. Elena's story is up next. It says Color du Jour Makeup Lounge has been a huge success. Although Elena's business is thriving, her marriage is not. Josh has moved out. Listen. If I'm Josh, I'm moving the hell out too. Okay? You ain't giving it up. You think I'm supposed to be in here just dealing with your bullshit, child? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Chef Don Don says Labrina cried big tears. Oh, really? Oh, maybe that's why her eyes are always so like big and kind of wet. um Chef Don Don says, listen, she's a Texas girl. Listen, I see. It's still lagging. I don't know why it's still lagging. All right. Anyway. All right, y'all. That's it. I ain't got no more up in here. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this too. Comment in the chat before we get out of here. What do y'all think? Do y'all think a season 2 is going to come? Comment a 2 in the chat if you think that a season 2 is going to come. And also, in addition to your 2, write why. Why do you think that this is a good candidate for getting a season 2? I'm very interested to hear what you all's take on a season 2 for this show looks like. And with that being said, I will see y'all in the next one. And in the words of Lonnie B, don't let no bitch upset you. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to comment those 2s and why. All right, y'all. Peace out. Oh, wait. Before I go, I see Chef Don Don commenting. Hold on. Chef Don Don says, now I'm not sure if Ro has her own restaurant. From what I was told, she does consult with restaurants. Oh, okay. Gotcha. 2 for the authenticity. Okay. I can see that. Chef Don Don says 2. All right. All right. I will watch y'all responses roll through later on. All right. I will be placing a link. Can I talk? Up for Zatima. I'm going to get in here and juice these drinks. Go and get my gas, do my Sunday routine. Okay. And we're going to get into a Zatima later on this evening on Patreon. Okay. So I'll put the link up so you all can join. My members can join for free. Okay. I'll be putting it in the members only chat. You all will be able to see that video for free. All right. You'll see it during the live, but you will have to be a member of Patreon to be able to replay it. Okay. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.